Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Derek Martinez. Governor Josh Shapiro provided an update to reporters on Wednesday following the fire at the governor's mansion on Sunday. Shapiro said he and his family were awakened by state police around 2 a.m. on Sunday and had to evacuate the building. Although no one was injured, Shapiro said he has been doing his best to support his family in the aftermath of the fire.
You know, it's obviously been a challenge. My focus has been on being a good dad, a good husband, and a good governor, in that order. And just trying our best to answer our kids' questions, be honest with them, tell them what we know, and also tell them what we don't know, and to let them know that they're safe and they're going to be okay. And it's okay to feel a lot of different things. And it's okay to not be okay also.
In the hours and days following the fire, Shapiro said he has received an outpouring of positivity and warmth from former governors and first ladies, current legislators, and Pennsylvania residents of all faiths. When asked his reaction to allegations that the arsonist might have been motivated in part by the Israel-Palestine conflict, Shapiro said he chooses to leave the investigation into motives to the prosecutors.
This kind of violence has no place in our society, regardless of what motivates it. This is not how we resolve our differences. And this is not okay. This level of violence has to end. And it has to be roundly condemned by everyone. Both political parties, people from all different walks of life. It's not okay.
As a result of the fire, the governor's mansion sustained millions of dollars worth of damage. Shapiro said work is being done to ensure the residence can be repaired as soon as possible.
Listen, my concern is not just for our family, but for the wonderful staff that work there, for the visitors that go there. Secretary Reggie McNeil, the Department of General Services, is working closely with the state police to ensure that the building, the residence, is fixed quickly, and we can get back to having the staff there, get back to having our family there, and get back to welcoming visitors to the residence. It is very, very important to me, to Secretary McNeil, to Colonel Paris, that this work be done quickly, that steps be taken to strengthen the security at the governor's residence, and that we welcome Pennsylvanians back very soon.
Cody Balmer was arrested on Sunday in connection with the fire at the governor's mansion. He has been charged with aggravated arson and attempted homicide, among other charges, in connection with the case. The Luzerne County Election Board voted on Wednesday to approve the use of ballot drop boxes in Wilkes-Barre and Hazleton for the upcoming primary election. According to officials, the vote was 4-1 in favor of using the drop boxes. Officials say the drop box in Hazleton will be housed at the Broad Street Exchange building as in previous elections, but that the drop box at Penn Place in Wilkes-Barre has received an upgrade. In March, the Election Bureau purchased a new ballot drop box from the company Runbeck with enhanced security features that will replace the previous drop box at Penn Place. Officials say the cost of the drop box was $12,500, which would have been refunded if the board voted not to approve its use. On the Runbeck drop box, a narrow opening ensures that only one ballot envelope can be inserted at a time. The drop box also includes a front-facing camera and an internal scanner for added security. Officials say a video explaining how to use the new drop box will be posted on the Election Bureau website. The primary election will take place on May 20th. 6 days after failing a state inspection due to mice problems, the West Hazleton Elementary Middle School kitchen reopened on Wednesday. According to Superintendent Brian Uplinger, the kitchen was reopened after officially passing a second inspection. The second inspection was performed after the district combated the issue with the help of licensed pest control professionals and an improved cleaning plan. After failing the first inspection, Uplinger said the meals for the students at West Hazleton were prepared at other schools until the issue could be resolved. Now officials say the meals will once again be prepared in the West Hazleton kitchen. According to the district's website, the 14 other schools in the district were also found to be in compliance. Coming up on WYLN News, a ribbon cutting is held for a new real estate company in Hazleton. Plus, Visit Luzerne County announces the lineup for the 7th annual Rockin' the River concert series. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Wyln News is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network Pediatric Rehabilitation Services in Hazleton, a brand new location custom designed with children in mind. Our team of therapists and specialists improve the lives of children who need physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech-language pathology.
Hi, my name is Melania. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Here's a question. Have you ever been told, don't go to a chiropractor, you're going to get hurt? That person has been hurt by a chiropractor, or it's a doctor who has had patients hurt. So respect them, but I have 1,000 patients who've been told that, and with gentle chiropractic care, changed their life. Give us a call.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Welcome back to WYLN News.
1, 2, 3. Yay!
A new real estate business officially opened its doors on Thursday at the Laurel Mall in Hazleton. Agent Real Estate Group held a ribbon-cutting ceremony at their new office in the Laurel Mall to show the public that they are open for business and ready to serve the community. We spoke with the co-owner of Agent Real Estate Group, Joseph Nassif Jr., who promised honesty and integrity to clients looking to purchase a new home.
If you come to me honestly about what you need in a home, I'm here to find that for you. What we do is research. I'm not here to sell somebody a house. I'm here to find a house for you that meets your family needs. And so that's what we kind of push to all of our agents that we'll have, is that you're not trying to make a sale, you're trying to help a family and their needs.
Nassif co-founded Agent Real Estate Group with his brother, Neil. The two were born and raised in Hazleton and decided to start their new business in a place that has always been their home.
So Neil is born and raised here. He owned a successful pizza shop on 15th Street, Tomato's Pizza. We've both been doing real estate for a few years. I grew up and graduated in the Hazleton area, joined the military, retired because of family, came back home.
The Laurel Mall provides a space for agent real estate that is easily accessible to the Hazleton community and will hopefully attract clients to their office.
There's a lot of offices, real estate offices, that feel tucked away, hard to find. We wanted a spot that was visible. You could just stumble upon us while you're walking around. The mall's great. It has the Hazleton Cyber Academy. It has other services and great stores. So we just wanted to be kind of centrally located where the community could find us at all times.
Nassif said that providing clients with the best service is the top priority at Agent Real Estate Group, and he is looking forward to working with the Hazleton area.
There's nothing more humbling than getting a text message 2 weeks after a house closes and saying, my house is perfect, or thank you, this is making my family so happy, we're on our deck, and that's really what it's all about.
Agent Real Estate Group is located in the Dunham Sports Wing of the Laurel Mall in Hazleton. The lineup for the 7th annual Rockin' the River concert series has been officially announced. According to officials at Visit Luzerne County, the concert series will once again take place in July at the Millennium Circle in Wilkes-Barre. This year's lineup is as follows. On Friday, July 11th, Zoso, the ultimate Led Zeppelin experience, will be performing with the opening act, Flaxie Morgan. On Friday, July 18th, Maybe I'm Amazed, a tribute to Paul McCartney, will be performing with the opening act, Tori V and the Karma. And on Friday, July 25th, Low Cut Connie will be performing with the opening act, Aaron Fink and the Fury. All ages are welcome. Each night the gates will open at 5 p.m., with the music running from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Coming up on Freeland's News Choice, we sit down with a local author on Community and You. Plus, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Danville, Part 1. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
Stop in to one of our 2 locations,
Route 93 in Escapec,
or downtown Hazleton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide.
1-800-215-3680.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
Welcome back to Community and You. Today I'm joined here with author Lex Sloot, who's here with a lot of stuff here on our table with a lot of information about many different books that he's written over the years. So Lex, how are you today?
I'm good. It's good to meet you today. Thank you, and thanks for having me.
Really great to have you on. I know the first thing you want to talk with us about is your newest book here. Very exciting crime thriller book. And if you could tell our viewers who aren't familiar with the book about what it's all about and break it down for us.
So a girl who gives a party is a hostess. So a girl who commits a heist is the heistess, and that's the name of the book. And she commits this heist, one of these gold and silver jewelry buying exchange places, steals a fortune from her grandmother, so she's determined to break in and get it all back. So as far as she's concerned, she's not committing a crime. But that's not what the police think. And without giving away the story, she cuts through the walls from the building next door, comes in through the dropped ceiling, but she never really gets into the store. She uses a drone and she smashes the display cases and hooks up all the diamond necklaces and diamond rings and things like that. And then she patches it all up and disappears. It's very clever, this girl. And the police cannot figure out how anyone got in or out. And eventually she becomes a suspect, and then the chase is on. And then there are these sort of twists and turns and betrayals and bullets, and the story goes nuts. But it ends in a way you would never think. It's a very exciting crime thriller.
Definitely sounds very exciting. And I know we were talking a bit earlier before we started recording about how you've been living in the Hazelton area for about 30 years at this point. Right. And with your experience being like in the local area, would you say that has had any effect on the way you write your stories, like your newest Hydrus book right here?
Well, the good thing about this area is it's a quiet area. And as an author, you have more time to think. You know, if one lived in a big city like New York, if this is a rat race going on, I think it would be a lot more difficult. This is a really nice area to live in. So, you know, it's quieter and nicer. So I think it helps.
Absolutely. You also mentioned how anyone who would be interested in purchasing this book, there are many ways that they can go about doing that, and a lot of the local businesses of the Hazelton area have decided to participate in getting your book out there.
Yes, and if you don't mind me taking the liberty of just reading real quick, there are a number of local places: Valentino's Hair Salon, Mystic Yoga Studio, Physical Fitness in the Churchill Mall, Antonia's Jewelry, Luzerne Tire Company, Hazelton Art League has them, Bella Boutique in the Valley, Famous Hair Salon, Smoke Rings, and Hair Designs 2 on North Church Street. So it's there. And then these books are also available in Barnes & Noble in Wilkes-Barre. And they're at the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Airport Bookstore. I managed to get them into there. And of course, if anyone wants to go on Amazon, you can get them on Amazon either as a Kindle download or a hard copy, or you can go to my website.
All right, so are so many ways for you to get the book. Yeah, right. It's really great. And I know you mentioned the Art League there. I know we collaborate with them a lot with a lot of their events that they do. And it's really great to see how they can reach out with people from the local community and really get them to know about projects like this.
And the nice thing about the Art League is the books that I have there, whatever they sell, 100% of the sale price goes to the Art League, so I don't get anything from that. I donated all the books to the Art League, and they make, you know, the donations completely. So if anyone wants to buy these books, the Art League's a good place to go.
Oh, that's really great. I know you also have 2 other books that you've decided to bring with you today, if you want to tell our viewers about these as well.
Sure. Briefly, this book is called The Tools to Excel. It's a philosophy and life skills book. I wrote this in 2004. And the title is my name, first and last names backwards. So there's the Lex, there's the Sloot. So the Lex Sloot, which is my full first and last names, is the title of this book. It's all in rhyming poetry, the whole book. It's all original, long stories, short stories, but everything rhymes, and it's how to live your life. So it's a great sort of life skills book. And then this one came out in 2016. It's the follow-up to that one, and the one book sort of complements the other. This one's called Viability, the Essence of Existence. It's how we make ourselves more viable, more self-sustainable. Also a sort of success strategies book like the other one. And there's some long and short poems in it, but not as many as in the other book. The other book's all poetry. So, and these books you can buy if you go on my website, which is www.lexsloot.com. That's my website.
Really fascinating. I gotta say, I really love the title on the
Tools to Excel.
Yeah, I love the naming convention with that, just playing with your own name like that.
I love words, you know, so you can imagine.
Absolutely, very fascinating. Is there anything else that you want to share with us today, Lex?
Well, I mentioned to you a little earlier, my real hobby is not so much writing. I'm a classically trained pianist. So I'm on the piano at home 1 to 3 hours a day, every day. And I just love that. And I've been studying music since I was like 6 years old.
Oh, wow.
So I'm really into my piano playing, and that's my thing.
That's really awesome.
And sometimes I play at the Art League and other for charities and stuff like that, you know, popular and classical music, but mostly my big thing is classical music.
That's very fascinating. I guess you're kind of all-encompassing in that way. Like, you got your writing, you have your music.
Yes,
There's just a lot,
yes.
always keeping yourself busy. That's always great. That's just great, really great to see.
And we had a number of businesses in Hazleton over the years that we built up and sold and so on. So at least now I have the time, I'm retired, and I can do more of this, and I'm having a lot of fun at the moment, I must say.
Absolutely. Well, if anyone's interested in purchasing any of Lex's books, as you said, there are many different ways to go about that. We'll include some links to where you can purchase those books. And once again, I want to thank Lex for joining us here on this week's Community and You, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Derek.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when two healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More locations, more clinical trials, more breakthrough treatments. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network, together for the future of care.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
One of the first European settlers who saw potential in the lower North Branches Valley was William Montgomery. Born in what today is Delaware County, Montgomery purchased land in the area from the Cummings and Simpson families in 1773 and 1774. Service in the Continental Army from 1776 to 1777, in which he fought against the British in New York and New Jersey, delayed Montgomery from developing his new property, but eventually he would move his family there. Montgomery would build the first sawmill, grist mill, and trading post in what was initially called Montgomery's Landing. He would also build in 1792 a stone house that still stands today and is operated by the Montour County Historical Society as a museum. William's son Daniel Montgomery would also play a large role in the settling of the town that started growing in the wilderness. It was Daniel who would lay out the core of the town between Mill and Church Streets, the heart of today's community. He would serve the area in both the U.S. House of Representatives and the Pennsylvania Senate. And it would be in Daniel's honor that Montgomery's Landing would, in 1792, be given its more lasting name of Danville. Daniel Montgomery would also oversee the completion of the North Branch Canal through Danville in 1831. The original 55-mile section of the canal stretched from Northumberland to Nanticoke. It would later be extended north to the New York state line. While usually the canal stayed close to the river, in Danville it moved inland somewhat, through the center of town. The fact that Daniel Montgomery had mills along the canal's path probably played a factor in this routing. The North Branch's Lock No. 2 would be built in Danville, and it was said that Danville had 2 churches for each denomination in town, so there would be one on each side of the canal. The last boat floated up the North Branch Canal in 1901. One business would soon become Danville's keystone industry, iron manufacturing. The hills around town were rich with coal and iron ore, and the many iron furnaces that sprang up in Danville would be among the first in the world to use anthracite to produce iron. On October 8, 1845, the Montour Iron Company rolled what is believed to have been the first iron T-rail in the United States, although a foundry in Mount Savage, Maryland also makes this claim. The company also produced, in 1859, the first pre-ordered 30-foot iron rails for the Sunbury and Erie Railroad, as well as the rails used to connect the first Intercontinental Railroad at Promontory Summit, Utah in 1869. At its peak, no fewer than 14 iron mills operate in Danville, including the Grove Brothers Furnace, Franklin Furnace, and Chalaksky Furnace. When it was founded, Danville was part of Northumberland County. When Columbia County was carved out of Northumberland in 1813, Danville was named its county seat. This remained the case until 1845, when a voter referendum moved the seat east to Bloomsburg. Upset Danville residents looked to get some modicum of control back, and a movement spearheaded by State Senator Valentine Best began to try and create a new county out of Columbia County, of which Danville would be the seat. 5 years later, on May 3, 1850, Danville regained county seat status when Montour County would be formed out of Columbia County. The smallest county in Pennsylvania with only 131 square miles of land, the new county was named in honor of the powerful Native American chieftainess Madame Montour, who had held sway near today's Montoursville, and her son Andrew Montour, an interpreter with colonial agents, who had also served as a militia captain during Pontiac's rebellion in the 1760s. Delighted Danville residents pulled a cannon atop the mountains overlooking the town and fired it off in celebration at the return to county seat status. A few die-hard Columbia County residents attempted to repeal the creation of the new county, but eventually the effort went nowhere. The current Montour County Courthouse, designed by Charles Wetzel, was built in 1871 on Mill Street. Shortly after Montour County had formed, it became the site of an infamous apparent murder that made national headlines. Many families had come to Danville to work in the iron foundries. Among the couples who did so were William and Catherine Clark and David and Mary Twiggs, who arrived in the Danville area in 1855 and 1856 respectively. David and William worked together in one foundry, and the families were good friends for a while. David Twiggs, however, died about a year after the quartet had first met. In April 1857, Catherine Clark became seriously ill. Multiple treatments were given to her, but she passed away on May 8, 1857. Shortly afterward, local gossip started spreading that her husband William had been seeing Mary Twiggs, and some suspected the two of them might have conspired to be together, despite Mary having cared for Catherine in her last days. Suspicions would be heightened when an autopsy of Catherine Clark showed she died of arsenic poisoning. As arsenic was often used as a rat poison in those days, this in and of itself would not have been suspicious. When David Twiggs' body was exhumed and examined afterwards, however, he too was found to have had arsenic in his system. When clerks at Danville's Chalfont and Hughes Pharmacy then stated that they recalled seeing both Mary Twiggs and William Clark buying arsenic shortly before David and Catherine's deaths, the sheriff would arrest the two of them and charge them with murder, despite a lack of hard concrete evidence. Both Mary and William vehemently protested their innocence, saying they would never have killed their spouses. Each of them would attempt to escape before the trials, but would be caught before they could get away. William and Mary's trials would be front-page news across America. Despite no hard proof of foul play and uncertainty by the pharmacy clerks whether William Clark was actually the person they sold the arsenic to, he and Mary Twiggs would be convicted of killing David Twiggs and Catherine Clark and sentenced to death. Still firmly protesting his innocence, William Clark was hanged on September 24, 1858. Mary Twiggs, also insisting she was innocent, followed him to the gallows on October 22nd. They remain the only two people executed in Montour County's history. Whether they actually killed David Twiggs and Catherine Clark remains much in dispute today.
You're watching WYLN TV 35,